Well, I think the Potter Street, also the Potter Street regeneration, you know, this Prentice Place, it's on the cards to be knocked down, and a new housing development here. It seems to have stalled. For various reasons. Osler House, this doctor's, is a disgrace. When we go around the doors, we have more complaints about Osler House than just about anything else in this Potter Street side of the ward.
What other complaints?
The fact that sometimes the doctors are not there, or they can't get appointments. It's not a proper service. It needs a proper health centre. Now, I know that within the regeneration scheme, there was a plan to, over the road in the new development, to have a proper doctor's surgery. That seems to have stalled. I think there are various ongoing problems between council management, the health centres trust and various other bodies that are involved in this kind of thing. Again, it's something that needs sorting out and resolving.
Because that seems, I was at a meeting I think back in November or December, and it just seemed to be one of these, as a newcomer to the politics of Harlow, it seemed to be a labyrinth then, which they were saying it's going to get sorted out, but it sounded a bit like building of that church in Barcelona. It could be here in 15 years' time, and something's going to go in a minute.
In my previous campaigns, we were lobbying hard for Osler House to be sorted out, and as was my colleague Clive Souter when he was the district councillor here. He put a lot of time and effort into getting that sorted out.
Does it stick in your throat to be standing against a UKIP candidate who was once a Conservative? It makes life very difficult for you, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. I think it's a shame that people do that. You know, I mean, if you have a political philosophy, you should stay with it. I mean, he has his reasons.
But are people talking about Europe and immigration?
Yeah. If people say to me that they are going to vote UKIP, the issue is immigration. I don't tend to hear too much about the money that it costs Britain to be in Europe, or even about the benefits that come out of it. But what I do say to people is that UKIP are offering you something that they can't actually deliver. They cannot deliver a straightforward the United Kingdom withdrawing from Europe. It is not deliverable. What is deliverable is David Cameron negotiating with Brussels for better terms for UK membership of the EU, and then coming back to the British people and offering them a referendum on whether we stay in or out of Europe. That is deliverable, and that is what we will do.
I was at a Great Pond and Neighbourhood Action panel last night, and there were a lot of people with different issues, whether it's gypsy travellers, whether it's parking on the pavements, whether it's the street lights going out at midnight, which seems to be a burglar's charter. People in Harlow are very frustrated, aren't they? Do you feel that frustration?
Yeah, I personally have not had too much said to me about streetlights going out at midnight. But the traveller problem is always with us, and yes, because we have had illegal campsites over here, at the top of the road here. And that is always an ongoing problem. The streetlight issue is not one that I personally had people complain to me about. Not canvassing here or canvassing elsewhere that I've been out with other teams.
We're sort of veered towards Essex County Council. Do you feel like you're sort of a whipping boy for your Tory colleagues in Chelmsford?
Not so much a whipping boy. I think it's just a question of making them aware of what is happening in Harlow, because they are our colleagues and we work with them, you know. But I think sometimes maybe they take decisions about Harlow without being fully aware of what is actually happening on the ground in the town.
If you don't win, if you don't, will we be back in Harlow Common next year to fight on the general election year?
Probably, yeah. I can't say for sure, because that is largely, you know, I mean, if I express an interest to our leader that I wish to stand again for council, and he may decide that he would want me to go somewhere else. But this is my third election that I fought in Harlow Common, you know. I do have quite an affinity with the place. So.
You must enjoy standing there, you must enjoy local politics. Local politics is important, isn't it, John?
It is, it's very important. It's the only way that the local people have a voice. It's the only way that their concerns can be raised and their issues addressed.
John Steer, thank you.